If you're just joining us, San Diego is moving in the right direction when it comes to the pandemic, especially when it comes to vaccinations. So far, nearly 24% of all San Diegans over the age of 16 are fully vaccinated, and more than 1 million San Diegans have received at least one dose. And joining us live now is Nathan Fletcher, the chairman of the County Board of Supervisors. Nathan, thank you for joining us. We always appreciate it.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Well, San Diego, obviously, we're now in the orange tier, which means increased capacity limits for many local businesses. Now, we're seeing a new wave of lockdowns in countries, even here, all around the world, obviously, because of the easement of restrictions. Is there a concern that the loosening of restrictions here could actually bring a new wave of cases and shutdowns?
Well, there's always a concern. I mean, we've been dealing with this for a year, but I think that the fundamental difference is San Diego and California have been very responsible in our reopening. It was months ago. You saw states say no mask, 100%, do whatever you want. That's not safe. That's not responsible. It's not in the interest of saving lives or protecting our businesses. And I think we've taken a phased, safe, responsible reopening. And I think because of the vaccine, a slight uptick in cases doesn't mean the same thing as it would have meant a year ago, because we vaccinated the most vulnerable. We've done it with tremendous speed, I think better than any county in California. So I think we're on the right path. It's possible we're going to see a little uptick in cases as people do more. But if we continue to be cautious, continue to utilize a face covering, continue to avoid those high risk settings, and people keep getting vaccinated at the rate we are, I think we're going to stay on the right path.
Well, let's figure out, like, in exactly a week, anyone who is 16 or older will actually be able to get vaccinated here in our state. Is the county prepared for the increased demand? We've seen the Superstation in Del Mar close down several times over several weeks. So what's going on now, and what are we going to do to keep up with the demand?
Well, the county's prepared. I mean, we've built out infrastructure. We could do 3 times as many vaccines per day as we're doing. The question is the supply going to increase to meet the demand? And that's been an ongoing challenge throughout the duration of this. At some point, I think we're going to see very massive and significant upticks in supply. And when that happens, we are well prepared. We've got more than 30 sites countywide. We could do more than 50,000 vaccines per day, every single day, 7 days a week. So we just need the supply to increase. And I think the public understands that's out of our control. Building the infrastructure, having the staff, being ready to go. That's in our control, and we're ready, and we hope the supply increases significantly in the coming weeks.
Well, starting next week, some of the capacity limits for the indoor events are based on vaccination. So there's been a lot of talk in the last week just about the idea of vaccine passports. Is the county considering anything like that?
Well, I don't think the county would do something by ourselves. I think it'll be a component of a state effort. And, I've heard from a lot of businesses who say, hey, this would be great if I could get more customers, more folks in. There's been talk of entire sections at Petco Park where if you've been vaccinated, you can get in and there's no distancing requirements. And so I know, a lot of folks in the business community said, hey, this would help our economic recovery, and incentivize folks to get vaccinated. And so I think to the extent it's a part of the state program, we'll embrace it and move forward with it. I don't know that we would do anything separate or distinct from what's being done statewide.
Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about the convention center. That has been the big talk of the town. New numbers out today are actually showing that the number of unaccompanied minors arriving at the border are basically at an all-time high just last month alone. The convention center, which is obviously housing more than 1,400 children, is about to hit capacity. Are there any plans to expand capacity or open another site in San Diego County? And what role are you guys playing in caring for these migrants?
Well, I don't know how much more we could do. I mean, we stepped up as one of the first locations in the country, and I've been down there several times, and these are young girls, they're children. They have a legal right to be here. They were in some horrific conditions in CBP detention facilities, and so the ability to step up and provide compassion, care, and help connect them with their family. More than 90% of them have family members here in the U.S. We just have to connect them there, I think, is us doing the right thing. I know I talked to the mayor of Long Beach. They're opening a facility. Others are opening. And so I think you're going to see other cities follow the lead of San Diego and stepping up to do the right thing to try and help in what is a humanitarian crisis and issue. And, I'm proud of our city. We're a welcoming city. We had a building that was sitting empty. We've been able to put convention center staff back to work, food service staff back to work. Federal government has come in and footed the bill. And more than that, we've been able to do the right thing by children who have a legal right to be here. And so I think what we're doing is right. And I think other cities are going to start stepping up to help meet the greater need that we're seeing across the border.
And as we see other cities step up, and as we continue to see this issue, this is something we've been dealing with for a very long time. Any update on exactly how long that shelter will be operating for?
The convention center is going to go till early July, and then we've made clear, we're going to get back in the convention business and get folks going. And so, to the extent that we had an empty building, we had Health and Human Services staff. The mayor's been a great partner, county's been a partner, nonprofits, everyone working together. We think it makes sense, and we think that the vast majority of these children who are there, they have families here, and it's just a matter of verifying that, connecting them with that, and transporting them there. And so we're going to do our part, but it's going to have to wrap up the beginning of July.
And I know you have some family commitments to attend to right now, but before we let you go,
I promised my boy I get to his baseball.
You know what? I get it.
I'm here in the parking lot.
I got it. I'm a mom. I do the same thing. But before we let you go, you guys voted to support state and federal gun safety reform, and today, obviously, the president outlined a series of executive actions that he's taking. Why now the time to act, and what is the practical impact of the action that the board took this week?
Well, the time to act is long past due. I mean, for many years, I've been talking about the need for responsible gun safety legislation. The only country in the world that has gun violence at the rates we do is the only country that seems to throw up their hands as if there's nothing we can do to try and address the epidemic of gun violence plaguing. And, I fought in wars. I've seen direct the impact of these assault weapons and these violent weapons and what happens. And we have to, as a country, come together and say, look, we can respect your Second Amendment right to own a gun. But it is not without limits, and it is not without check, and it is not without common sense things we can do. And so our board went on record. It was a 3-2 vote, but we went on record saying we support the efforts around this country at the state and federal level to try and better protect our communities. And I think it's a small, modest thing we can do, and we need to look for every possible avenue and option to make the streets and our communities much safer.
Nathan, go be a dad. Thank you for your time and insight. We appreciate it all the time.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
You too.